In today's video, we're going to go and explain to you how you can increase your capacity limits on Amazon. What that simply means is that if you sell anything on Amazon, specifically books, which is what Victor and I do, you will be limited by generally like a base amount of cubic feet. And generally, that's going to be 100 cubic feet. And so today, we're going to show you exactly what you need to do in the capacity monitor on Amazon to basically get unlimited space as long as you sell on Amazon. Before we get into that any further, what's that, Victor?
Hey, Georgie, we're about to unlock uh, Amazon to unlimited storage with this video. So follow us and we'll show you how to do it.
It's gonna look something like this. You get an email that says your FBA capacity limits for December or any month that you're looking at, and it'll give you what your standard size and all these other storage types, like how much capacity you have. So again, 100 cubic feet is basically the storage type standard size for books because we're booksellers. That's the base level. And Victor, generally, how many books can you have in inventory with about 100 cubic feet?
About 1,400 books is
All right.
what it usually comes out to. So if you got a mix of like textbooks and just
Yeah.
standard books, about 1,400 books altogether.
Right. And of course, if you sell in these other categories, then they're going to be much larger. But for standard size, the books fall into that 100 cubic feet is about 1,400 books. That's a lot of books, Victor. And most people don't need to worry about this in the beginning because getting to 1,400 books in inventory is no small feat, especially if you do what we do, which is online book arbitrage, meaning you buy the book on Amazon and then resell on Amazon. That's a lot of books you need to buy. So until you get to that part, you don't need to worry. But if you do get to that part, do you really need to worry at all, Victor?
Actually not, because there are like some hacks that we're about to show you that basically, like I said, unlocks Amazon altogether where you're having as much storage as you need.
So I'm over here in Amazon Seller Central, and what you would need to do is request more space through the capacity monitor. And all you would do on Amazon Seller Central is come to the top left here. You just scroll down to inventory, and then you're going to come over and scroll to the dashboard. And once you're at your dashboard, you're actually going to see a little pop up here at the bottom of the screen called Capacity Monitor. And you're going to go and click on Capacity Monitor. And what you'll see is what your current level of cubic feet is. Now, I had to submit a request, Victor, because I was capped at 100, but I have, 100 cubic feet, but I have more than 1,400 bucks. And so what I needed to do for December was submit basically a request to get more space. And so that's all we're gonna about to do here is we're gonna request more space, which again is very simple to do. And it's is essentially free as long as you follow these steps.
So while we're still here, Joji, how much did you ask for here, and where can you see that on this
Yeah.
chart?
Yeah, very good. So basically I was at a base limit of 100. That's
Mm.
what it shows here. The base FBA capacity limit was 100 square feet. I requested 60 cubic feet additional to that, and you can see it was granted. So now I have up to 160 square feet that I can use. You can see this is my current usages, which is about 78% of that space. And it will give you on, what's on hand. So 3,000 units, the open shipments, about 44 units. And then you can see the maximum shipment. I can send an additional about 850 bucks. So that's really cool based upon that. And again, we're looking at standard size. You could certainly go to these other categories if you sell other things, but again, we're booksellers.
Yeah.
So you're then going to go to the capacity monitor, which is this button, or the capacity manager, I should say. And you can actually see a further breakdown right here, Victor, where you see the base capacity limit of 100, and I requested a 60 cubic feet increase, and that was actually granted there. Now, I'm going to scroll down so you can see that status. So I went ahead and requested this on November 28th, 60 cubic feet. And Victor, I put in a bid of $9.99 per cubic foot. So do you want to talk about this sort of bid format, like what that looks like?
Yeah, so when you if you need more space, you come into the capacity manager and you bid, and Amazon gives out space because Amazon space at the warehouse is also limited, but they give it to the highest bid, right? So and if somebody's bid $20 and you bid 10, then the person who's bid $20 per cubic square foot is going to get the extra space, and you're not. So what you basically need to do is bid around. I mean, $10 is kind of high. You really don't need to bid that much. Maybe $5, $6 maybe at most,
Yeah.
and you'll get that cubic square feet. And then basically it's going to wind down that it looks like you're actually paying for storage, but at the end of the day, because of some like performance credits that we're all probably going to receive from selling books, it actually ends up being that there is no extra cost for us to have this extra space.
So the reason why, again, I went ahead and just bid $10 per cubic feet is because Amazon is going to give it to you for the cheapest possible, and I actually was able to win it at $1.23 per cubic feet. Now, if you're interested, you can download the reservation fees history, which will show you over the last year, like what has been granted for each category and what that price was. So you can, we're looking at January and December and so on. So you can look at, okay, well, what has been the winning bids? And so I just put in a bid at 9.99 because I knew that it was going to be much lower than that anyways. I just wanted to submit a request and get it accepted. And again, it was accepted for basically $1.23. Now, what this means is that for 60 additional cubic feet, I'm paying a maximum of $73.80, meaning Amazon would charge me a maximum of $73 to have an additional 60 cubic feet of storage space fixture. That's a 60% increase
Yeah.
in what I had at the base level. And with 60 square feet, I mean, I could, put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of more books, send to Amazon, which is great for just at a maximum fee of 73.80. But like you mentioned, Victor,
Yeah.
there are things called performance credits. That's the
Right.
performance credits. They offset your reservation fees and are earned based on sales that you generate using additional space efficiently. So it's actually amazing that this exists because you essentially have free space as long as you are selling items and you're selling books. So what happens, and this probably has happened to you, Victor, right? Because of the fact that we both sell a lot of books and we need more space, we always are requesting new space, but we're always getting all of that space for free because of the fact that our performance credits are offsetting that total amount, right? So I think it's 15% of your sales during the
Yep.
month, right?
Right.
That's what's determined as the
Mhm.
amount that can be offset, right?
Right. And books are unique because we can fit 14 books in 1 square foot, right?
Yeah.
And so we actually can fit a lot of value in 1 foot. And,
Right.
and because of that, we can bid quite a bit of money and actually never lose any money because it's just such a great opportunity for us compared to, like, say, if we were selling bean bags, we'd only
Right.
have one bean bag. We'd only be able to sell that one bean bag in that one
Yeah.
cubic foot, and it would cost us a lot more for storage than books. And so books in that particular case is actually a great opportunity there.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, I bid for December an additional 60 square for sorry, excuse me. So in December, I bid for an additional 60 cubic feet. And again, I'd be paying a total of $73. But again, I can take 15% of my revenue during the month of December as
Yeah.
performance credits to offset that fee. So what we could simply do is just come up here to my reports. I can go to reports, I can go to business reports, and we can just look at what is already sold in December. So I can go month to date because we are in December right now as recording this video. We're in December of 2024, and I've sold 373 unique items for $19,000, Victor. So what's 15% of that? Is it more than $78?
By a lot.
By a lot. So in other
Yep.
words, I've got way, way, way more performance credits to offset that, right? So it's
Right.
for us, we don't even need to worry about it. It's like that's why to me it didn't even, for me bidding $10 per square foot, like it still doesn't even matter or per cubic foot because even if it got accepted that amount, I would still have more than enough to offset all of the costs.
Yeah,
Does that
it
make
would
sense?
be close to $3,000, Georgie. And
Yeah.
so you could bid like a whole other 1,000 square feet and still
Yeah.
not worry about it.
Right. And so this is one of the reasons why storage capacity limits are actually a wonderful thing because a lot of newer sellers or a lot of people who don't do a little bit more digging and a little more research think that they're capped and they'll use that as an excuse to why they can't grow. When in reality, if they use pretty much any of the space and they sell books, they'll actually be okay, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, what do you need to do if you're at your storage capacity limit? Well, again, you just go to capacity manager, which I already showed you how to do. You go to the top left, go to inventory, go to dashboard. You'll get a little pop up here at the bottom called capacity monitor. And then you'll click this button called go to capacity monitor or manager. And again, Victor, what are you seeing here for February? What are you
Uh,
seeing?
so you're just at the standard 100 capacity limit. So you're probably going to need to bid in February for an extra 60 square feet.
Yep. So I can scroll down here and click create new request. And I'm going to go ahead and bid for February because I'm not going to need any more for January. Based upon what I'm buying, I'm going to be good at 160. Actually, I just want to maintain that. So I'm going to enter in another 60 cubic feet. Now I'm just going to do the same thing, which is a maximum reservation fee of $9.99. So at the max, worst case scenario, didn't sell anything, I'd get charged up to $600, but that's not the case. And you go, well, Joji, what's the point of that if you're going to get accepted as low as a couple bucks? Okay, sure. I'll just do 4.99. That's fine. And what we can do from there is just set an expiration. And this is the only thing maybe I'm not too sure about, but what do you do, Victor, here with an expiration date of your request? Do you like pick a couple days out or a week out?
No, no, I actually put it close to because this is the beginning of February, right? So
Yeah,
I'd probably put it in the middle of January, January 15th or something.
sure.
Because like if my request hasn't happened by then yeah, I need to go back and update it. But I mean at $5, you're getting it the next time that
Yeah.
Amazon reviews it.
Yeah. So, and again, it'll be probably at a much, much lower rate than that, anyways. And
Yeah.
again, 15% of the sales volume that's going to happen in February is going to vastly outweigh this cost, essentially bringing it down to zero, meaning I'm essentially just getting free space because Amazon sees that I'm selling products. So I'm going to click submit request, and you'll basically see that we have a request status here, pending. So this is December 20th today. This is when I requested it. This is the expiration date, January 15th, maximum bid per square foot. And you'll see this will very, very likely get approved. And Victor, I then have pretty much unlimited space because you can just keep doing that and doing that and doing that.
Yeah. In this particular way, you almost have unlimited space, being an Amazon bookseller. It just depends on how many books you can source. So
Yep.
that's not a limit for you. What probably is the only limit you have is your time or your capital. So
Yeah.
not the space on Amazon.
Yep. And the good news about it is not like you're paying an arm and a leg for the space, anyways. It'd
Right.
be essentially free space. So hopefully this video helped you. This is how you can increase your capacity limits on Amazon in just a few couple steps. And yeah, I think enough is said. Go get more space if you need it. Make it super simple like it is, and let's go get it.
Start buying books.
Peace.
All right. Bye.